Traders are wondering what is happening with the Euro USD, the fiber. Well, in this video, we are going to be discussing the fiber based on what has been happening this month and of course this week as well, and probably also what we should see going into the end of the year. That is about 2 weeks from now, right? Today is the 17th of December. And of course, from this 4 hours time frame, I'm just going to show you what the market has, first of all, been doing from the monthly time frame perspective. So this is December here. This is when December started here. So this whole information here, you can see the vertical lines, is the first week of December. And then here is the second week. And of course, now the third week is just starting. So if you look at the month of December so far from where it started here, this is what the market has been doing. And more or less, it has been ranging for the month, right? But apart from the fact that it has been ranging for the month, if you look to your left-hand side, where it got to this point last week, here, the market reacted here simply because when you look to the left-hand side, you have some other forms of resistance, resistance, and then you have support over here. And of course, we call that the flip zones. And then why did price from this month of December, the first week, why did it react here, here, and even here, right? That's simply because to the left-hand side as well, we can see some form of support as well. So of course, we always say, look to the left-hand side and to give us more information on what is happening in the market. So one thing we can conclude for this month of December so far is that the market is ranging. Now, don't forget, in earlier videos, we said that the market is thinning out. Volatility gradually is going to drop, and of course, liquidity as well, simply because of the holiday period. Meaning that by the time we get to like 20th, 22nd, 23rd, you would most likely have very thin candles showing fewer and fewer participations, as most people, Wall Street and the likes, would be on holidays, traveling here and there to spend time with the family. And of course, the market will kick off fully, probably like second week in January. That has been the norm for a long period of time, and you can look it up as well. So this is what we have on the 4 hours time frame. I want to show you guys what happened yesterday, Monday, and then what we are having today, Tuesday. And I'm going to switch over to the 1 hour time frame. Now, before I even finish on the 1 hour time frame, or rather start on the 1 hour time frame, we always say it's always good to check the calendar to find out the high impact news coming out, in this case, either for euros or the USD. And yesterday, Monday, December 16th, you see we had lots of high impact news for euros and even for the dollar. But one thing you can say, if you have a closer look here, that based on the manufacturing and services PMI for euros and even for the dollar, we've been having mixed reactions. So you could as well say probably that's the reason why we've been having some sideways action. But apart from sideways action, going back to the Euro USD 1 hour time frame, you can see this was Monday here. Okay, sorry, let me just move this. You can see that here was Monday's data, right? And then, of course, this is today that is building up. But if you look at something, when the price got to these lows of this month, remember we drew this from the 4 hours time frame, this horizontal. When it got to the lows of this month, you can see what happened. It pushed higher. We had a surge right here, a push higher here, and then we had a pullback. But this pullback did not get to the lows here of support, but instead it started to form a level here. Looking to the left-hand side, as we always say, you'd always see something as well, especially from this time frame 1 hour. Now look at what seems to be happening. We had a bounce here, a pushback to the highs over here, and then dropped back down again. We can easily call this an area of demand. This is a demand zone. So looking at what we have over here, this is what I would like to see, and this is how you can also take advantage of the market. I would like to say a pullback either to this point here. I wouldn't really like it to come all the way here, but either to this point over here, just here, we have some key area of demand here before this one. Price to come back here at about 1.05 also confluences with the significant round number of 1.05. So somewhere around here, price should come around here and then push higher and break out of these highs over here and then push higher some more up to about 1.06, which should be about 100 pips from this point. So looking at what we have over here, this here is a key area of demand, right? Because buyers here from the lower time frames, right, have shown for this week, especially yesterday, Monday, have shown that there was some buying pressure over here. And that's what we would like to see on this fresh week. So buying pressure here, we would like price to come back to this point. Remember, we said this is also another area that we could look for buying, but I prefer this more than this. As a matter of fact, I would call this an origin move, and not here. I'll call this an origin move for this particular week, yesterday, Monday. So this is my major area, also because it confluences with 1.05 psychological round number. Another thing that we could also do, if you're a big fan of more confluence, like adding the Fibonacci retracement, for this week, this is Monday, Tuesday, for this week, I'll draw a Fibonacci from these lows to these highs here. And if that is the case, this pullback to this area of roughly 1.05 that we have mentioned would most likely be around 50 fib, thereabout 50 fib retracement. This is my own go-to area. So this is what I'm waiting for today, right? Let's see if we can get the pullback today. And if we don't and it pushes higher, this is also still going to be a significant area, but then it might most likely make a new and fresh demand that price needs to pull back to. But as long as 1.05 holds its ground on the fiber, on the Euro USD, I would like to see 1.06 by the end of this week. So if you're looking forward to entry, especially if you're looking forward to buying on this chart, I'll tell you 1.05 is the place to look into. And if you're looking forward to selling, well, I would say 1.06, but it's a bit far at the end of the day, and anything could happen based on the price pattern. Price patterns such as this could also happen, assuming it finally gets to this point that we're interested in and it pushes higher. Before it gets 1.06, which will be more or less like my final take profit for this week for longs, if peradventure it gives us such a pattern like this, then my bias is more or less going to change to shorts, right? And then we'd like to probably see another battle of 1.0450. But don't forget, for this month of December, the market has majorly been in a range. If you check the monthly candle, you can also use the monthly candle to have a clearer idea. We're just going to switch this to the monthly candle. Then zoom in, you can see the size of the monthly candle, a small candle, more or less you could call this a sort of doji, right? You can see it's still, this is the middle of the week, but look at the size of this candle compared to last month, November. So let's see how things play out from the lower time frame. Of course, I will not be placing trades from the monthly time frame. Of course, I'm not a position trader, more of a swing trader. And you could also be a day trader, but scalping could be a bit too fast, especially if you are a beginner. So don't forget, in summary, I'm looking forward to a pullback somewhere around the 1.05 area of demand, which also confluences with Fibonacci. If you draw Fibonacci from these lows to these highs here, come back here, I'll look for price action, and I would take it here to this point where would my final take profit be? And of course, your stop loss could be somewhere below here. I wouldn't put my stop loss here to be a bit too far, so I'll just put it below this area of demand. So pay attention to this, check your charts, conduct your analysis, of course, and of course, in the comment section, let's have your own analysis. What are your thought process on this market from this perspective? Of course, if you're looking at it from another time frame daily, it will give you a different view entirely. So with that said, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, protect your account accordingly. Use visible stop loss on your chart, not mental stop loss. And of course, calculate your risk management based on your account balance. Okay, guys, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day and trade safely. Cheers.